Has certainly been Downey's shadow. 1996, the actor violated his probation when he fled from a detox center, his rehab stemming from several drug and weapons arrests. But a judge sent him back. A year later, he skipped a court-ordered drug test and spent the next 4 months in the LA County Jail. 1999, Downey skipped another drug test and was sent back to rehab. But this time, a judge gave Downey hard time, state prison for nearly 1 year.
Okay, I believe that concludes proceedings.
I feel good. I feel good. I do that I would, y'all. I feel good. I know that I would. So good. So good. So good. So good. I got it.
I never believed what I saw. I'm driving the car. They set up a roadblock. I got around the roadblock, but they acted like I done robbed 10 banks. And I was just going down the road. When I saw the roadblock, I said, let me leave these. I don't know who these people are, because they weren't even in police cars. Then I got up about 3/4 of a mile, and I pulled over. When another policeman said, Mr. Brown, would you pull over? I said, yes. His name was Officer Donald Down. So I pulled over, and I was sitting there talking. I had the door closed. I said, officer, should I get out on this side? He said, no, get out on the passenger side. So I slid over to get out on the passenger side. He and I sat and talked about 3 or 4 minutes. 4 police comes up. And the first thing the man did, he hit the window. See the glass here? Hit the window like you breaking it like a police or Vietnam War veteran, some soldier, I said. Breaking it into a building. He hit it 3 times with the butt of his gun and kicked it with his foot. And when he did that, I slid back over because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And the other police was just standing there watching. So then, I said, I don't know what this man gonna do next. I said to myself, and he still got me in a maze. I'm astonished. The man shot 8 times at the wheel at the bottom of the truck. And then I said, I'm looking for something to ricochet, nothing ever ricocheted. But then when he reloaded, I tried to crank it, and it cranked up. And that's all I wanted to know. I did it then, I'll do it again. If a man shoot me 3 or 4 times, and don't kill me, if he try to reload, I'm gone. And that's what I did. I left to protect.
You know, you talk about your past. Your past comes up a lot. Now, for most people, they have all kinds of pasts, and then they just sort of move on, and then they take their own time to reflect. But for you, every interview you read, everything about you is, this guy was in jail, this guy had this fight, and blah, blah, blah. So you don't get to ever be away from that. Do you ever, do you reflect on your own past?
Certainly, I think about it constantly, because if I don't, I could fall back into, you know, a pattern that might lead me back there.
Is that realistic? Like, do you think that's possible?
I think so. You know, anything could happen in a split second, you know.
Efficiently do that for you?
Oh, yeah. Look, I always wanted to be one of the guys. I was the first one to start the fight. I was the youngest of 9, so I thought I had big balls. I was willing to, you know, start the trouble. But when I got there, when I actually became one of the guys that I looked up to, I didn't like what I had become. I thought that, you know what, I have to change, and I have to change immediately. And that's when it became really difficult, because they love it when you're one of the guys, but when you're trying to go against the grain, it's a hard thing.
The character that you play, Chris Faraday, is a reformed criminal law smuggler. Do you think sometimes, or did you think during this film, that with a few different choices in your own life, your life could have been very much like his?
Yes, and it was for a certain time. I was fortunate enough to be able to turn my life around and start, you know, get on the right path on the straight and narrow.
He turned his life around for his family. Can you think of the moment when you decided that you were going to make a change to yours?
The second I held my daughter for the first time, I knew I had to make a lot of changes to better myself and to become a real man. There's nothing else to do, okay? I hate to tell you, but they don't get the money from him, they're coming after us. So what else do you want me to do?
You know what I don't want to do? Visit you in jail, like we're visiting your dad, and I'm raising those kids on my own.
Also, it's my... I don't want to fight with you about this, okay? I know what I'm doing, all right? You just trust me.
I think he likes you. Yo, see, we gotta get out of here, man. That big dude is making me nervous. Why? Anytime you see a white guy in jail, you know he did something bad. Hey, man, we gotta get a message to Uncle Phil. He's a lawyer.
Only if a camera crew were present to broadcast live. What you are about to see is a Minuteman 21 News exclusive.
Yeah, we done it! Word to Big Bird. We fixed 8 Benzitos, 15 Jags, and a Maserati. But I ain't like the upholstery, so I took it back. Jack!
Do you have anything to say?
Dad!
Was there a model or style of glove that you shipped to Bloomingdale's exclusively?
Yes.
Ms. Bemidge, who are you employed by?
Bloomingdale's.
Let me show you the glove that has been marked. Item number 9, the Rockingham glove. And this glove is exclusive to Bloomingdale's?
Yes.
Okay. At this time, the people would ask that Mr. Simpson step forward and try on the glove recovered at Bundy as well as the glove recovered at Rockingham.
And I think so the jury can see, I'll ask Mr. Simpson to stand. That's People 77. Fine.
Have a problem placing the glove on his hand.
Sustained. This is People's 164A. Is that the right-hand glove? All right. All right. Thank you, counsel.
Versus Orenthal James Simpson, case number BA097211. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187A, a felony upon Nicole Brown Simpson.
The words exploded upon the courtroom. After 167 days of bitter trial, Team Simpson dissolved in relief. Prosecutors froze in stunned disbelief, braced for the second verdict.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187A, a felony upon Ronald Lyle Goldman, a human being, as charged in count 2 of the information.
That broke the Goldman family. Their cries, their pain filled the courtroom.
Simpson wound up convicted of robbery and kidnapping while trying to get back his own mementos.
Guilty.
Well, it was my stuff. I followed
But I thought the law, as my lawyer told me, you can't break in a guy's room. I didn't break into anybody's room.
I feel good. I feel good. I do that I would, y'all. I feel